And it is 5 o'clock. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Brian Allen.
I'm Andrea Anderson. Back in June, we brought you the story about residents voicing concerns over a tree grinding operation potentially moving near the Sioux Falls Sanitary Landfill.
While the city denied a conditional use permit for the operation, the business now has a new plan to move forward. Bailey Peterson highlights the plan and new worries for residents in this Dakota News Now follow-up.
While Mueller Pallets LLC has announced plans to move their tree grinding business to a new location, some residents have still voiced concerns. After the city of Sioux Falls denied the conditional use permit for access to the Sioux Falls Sanitary Landfill Road, Mueller Pallets decided to put in a new conditional use permit for access to 41st Street just down the road. When a new entrance was presented, some residents said they were hoping for a different location outside of the area.
It was a great disappointment to hear that they were going to stay in this neighborhood.
Sharing concerns they still hold.
This is just not the right location. It's too close to houses, too close to families.
Increased traffic being the focus for many residents.
Driving down the road, things coming at you, branches, trunks, it's just going to make this road that much more dangerous.
With hopes that the county commission will follow in the footsteps of the city.
Safety and traffic concerns that the city had, Mueller now wants to move it from a busy road to an even busier road with more than double the speed limit.
With the new conditional use permit within Minnehaha County's authority, Joe Kipley, Minnehaha County Commissioner, shared some possibilities from tonight's meeting.
There's three potential outcomes tonight. An approval for Mueller Pallets there would then still potentially be appealed to the full county commission. This is just the planning commission level. A denial could also be appealed to the full county commission, and then it's possible we might need further study. I've alluded to potential need for traffic study or other information about how that operation would work.
With the decision coming down to suitable location.
We need places to go with tree branches, debris, so between the landfill and Mueller Pallets, it could be a good fit. We need that service in our general community, but the question we'll be asking tonight, is that the right location? Is that the right turnoff?
When asked for comment, Mueller Pallets LLC did not wish to make a statement at this time.
And the topic will be further discussed at tonight's planning and zoning meeting at 7 o'clock. Near Sioux Falls, Bailey Peterson, Dakota News Now.